Welcome to the Capital Modern exhibition, Edmonton Architecture and Urban Design, 1940 to 1969. This exhibition is hosted by the Art Gallery of Alberta and is curated by architects Shafraaz Kaba, Troy Smith, and David Murray, with new photographs by James Dow. By the 1930s, Edmonton architects were starting to embrace the theories and practices of modernism. The University of Alberta's School of Architecture, that closed down in 1940, was graduating architects in the 1930s who would become the new establishment in the 50s and 60s. The earliest of the new architectural firms was Rule, Win and Rule, all University of Alberta graduates. They designed the 1939 Varscona Theatre on White Avenue at 109th Street in the streamlined, modern style. Rule, Win and Rule also designed the streamlined, modern-style West Glen High School in 1940. The 1940s were interrupted by World War II, when Edmonton was the center of American operations to protect the west coast of Alaska and Canada. Edmonton's airport was the busiest on the continent. After the war, and with the 1947 Leduc oil discovery, Edmonton had the hottest economy in North America, as reported in the Edmonton Journal. Many talented architectural graduates from across the country and Europe were attracted to opportunities that Edmonton had to offer. The 1949 Victoria Composite High School, designed by city architect Maxwell Dewar, was the city's first school to incorporate academics and trades. It won an International Design Award in 1951. The 1950 Paramount Theatre on Jasper Avenue, designed by Kelly Stanley, remains an impressive modern tour de force with its sophisticated facade, dramatic canopy, neon sign, and its palette of luxurious materials including Tyndall limestone, black marble, and Italian travertine. The stately 1951 Beth Shalom Synagogue was designed by Neil McKernan, who went on to design the Oliver Building in 1957, and the 1959 Samuels Residence in Edmonton's prestigious Glenora neighborhood. The 1951 Alberta Government Telephones Building at the Alberta Legislature was a very progressive design by architects Rule, Win and Rule. It incorporated the first completely glass and steel curtain wall cladding in the city. The 1955 Jubilee Auditorium, built by the province to celebrate Alberta's 50th anniversary, was designed by the Provincial Architect's Office, headed by Ron Clark. Queen Elizabeth visited Edmonton in 1959, and to commemorate her coronation, the city built the dramatic and futuristic-looking Edmonton Planetarium, which was designed by city architect Robert Duke and his assistant William Tefler. This planetarium was the first of its kind in Canada. The 1960s was a decade of unprecedented growth and creativity in Edmonton. Peter Hemingway, with partner Charles Lobenthal, produced some of the most memorable buildings in the 1960s and won a Massey Medal, Canada's highest architectural award at the time, for the 1967 Weathering Steel Stanley Building and for the dramatic and expressionistic 1967 Coronation Pool, which is now known as the Peter Hemingway Fitness and Leisure Center in Coronation Park. Harvard graduate Donald G. Biddorf and University of British Columbia graduate James B. Wensley designed a series of West Coast-style buildings, including the pavilions in Mayfair Park and the sumptuous John and Barbara Poole residence in Edmonton's West End. Biddorf and Wensley's crowning achievement was the Edmonton Art Gallery, which opened in 1969 to international acclaim. The exhibition ends with the iconic Housing Union Building at the University of Alberta. This innovative structure, an elevated indoor street with a 1,000-foot skylight, is flanked by student housing. Hub, as it has come to be known, was published in every major architectural magazine in the world at the time. It was designed by architects Jack Diamond, Barton Myers, and R.L. Wilkin. There had never been a building like this before. Edmonton's post-war period was a time for experiment and innovation. Its modern architectural legacy is being celebrated. The current construction boom in Alberta's capital threatens many of these fine modern buildings, and there has been a general lack of appreciation for their contribution to our culture and identity. The curators hope that this exhibition will inform and encourage public debate about the preservation of our modern heritage. The exhibition runs at the Art Gallery of Alberta temporary location in the Old Bay Building, until August the 26th, 2007.